Welcome to another episode of my distractingly messy kitchen in the background, for those of you that are actually watching it. My beard's coming in pretty nice, so that's cool. So today I'm going to be talking about the worst breed of people imaginable. Now, we're not going into when I say breed of people, we're not going into a dark place. We're not doing what you think I'm doing. We're not saying that I don't today we're talking about the worst type of. Now, there might be a man like this out there too, but generally when a man wants to blow $50,000 on something, it's either going to be on a car, a woman, or drugs. It's not going to be on a horse. That's right. We're talking about crazy, crazy horse ladies. Now, I don't understand horses personally. Like, I know you can ride them, and I know people like their pets or something like that. But the easiest way to make a horse girl mad is if she asks you if you like horses, and you say you're more of a dog person. That gets them going pretty quick. I don't know. There's just something about them that. Now, and I'm not saying not all horse ladies are crazy, but all crazy women seem to love horses. Yeah. Horses or crack, one of the two. So yeah, I've met a few in my life. There was one girl named Sam in my school. She was a particular. Now she's all grown up now. She's normal now, but in elementary school, she was absolutely bonkers when it came to her horses. Basically, she'd be the type of girl she always dressed like a dollar store version of Shania Twain. I guess that's the best way I could describe her. She always wore her hair in a braid. And like if a guy teased her or something like that, she would whip her hair and then whip you in the face with her hair braid. Like it looked like a clip right of like out of a Punch-Out game where the guy whips you in the face with his hair braid. That kind of thing. I remember one time she would bring her binder or her duotang full of like horse breed pictures, and she would just say, these are the most expensive breeds. This one cost 50,000, this one cost 20,000, and all that type of stuff. And yeah, so they're really expensive. And the worst part is about having a horse lady, like if you have a girlfriend who's a crazy horse lady, it's a long commitment because those buggers live forever. It's not like you buy a pug and it croaks after 5 years because it doesn't know how to breathe out of his nose properly. Horses live forever. They live 30 years. And I plan on dying at 50 years old. So a horse is like a brand new horse today is going to outlive me 100%. So if you're a guy and you're trying to date somebody or something like that and they have a horse, forget it, man. You're never going to get your attention away from her. There was another girl that I knew, crazy horse girl. Her name was Abby. This is the only other time I've seen a girl out crazied by another guy as far as being crazy horse lady. Her brother, we'll call him Tyrone. He was the type of guy who would I've talked about him before. He would bring his cowboy hat in the school, wear a cowboy belt buckle, and just really berate you for not having a horse or something stupid like that. I'm like, Tyrone, your family has one horse, and you're acting like you're in Red Dead Redemption. It's ridiculous. He would go to like a horse pull, which is basically you strap a horse to a sled and put weights on it. That's like the Special Olympics for these guys is doing horse pulls. Now some of the horse shows are pretty impressive, but like horse pulls I could never get. You're strapping your horse, or you're maybe not a horse, maybe it was an ox. I don't remember. Ox, horse, what's the difference? Except one could actually maybe give you a bit better meat, and one could give you a good tasty platter of meat, and the other one's a cow. Yeah. And Abby, she was just kind of crazy all around. Like I remember one time on a school field trip, we all went to McDonald's, and yeah, she spilled my French fries all over the floor, like my poutine, and my poutine was like the best food ever. And she dropped it all over the floor. So my lunch was ruined. And then after that, she paid for my lunch. So her and her friend, they gave me my McDonald's, gave me my poutine, and then they started sticking their grubby little horse fingers in there and eating all. Yeah, they ate all my poutine. The little 8-year-old hoe bags. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Those little dicks. They ate my poutine. And it's McDonald's poutine. I shouldn't even be upset about that because McDonald's is trash anyway. Well, anyway, that's a whole other discussion. But yes, McDonald's is trash. and so are horses. As far as I'm concerned, McDonald's meat tastes like hamburgers, or McDonald's hamburger is probably tastes like horses, and horses are only good for making hamburgers, or maybe glue, or I don't know, or pulling a plow. Anyways, those are the horse girls I kind of encountered when I was younger. There's a few times at work when some girls were ranting about some sort of a business in Halifax that they didn't want to deal with or something like that because they didn't like what they said about horses or anything like that. I'm like, okay. And I told one girl, I was like, listen, Rebecca, I don't care about horses. They really don't like it when you say you don't care about horses, but that's a whole other thing. There were a few times when we would have what we call an exhibition, which is basically redneck breeding ground, where all the girls would dress up as best as they could, dress up as Shania Twain and go and parade their horses around. Not that not that much of a concern. I had to stand up for a second. But yeah. Now around here you get the two kinds of there's two kind of crazy chicks. There's the English crazy chicks and there's the French crazy chicks. For whatever reason, the French chicks have it figured out, and you don't see a lot of French chicks around here that are horse nuts, which is odd because the French ones get all the or have all the rich fisherman boyfriend money or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, you never really hear stories about how, oh yes, my God, yeah, my God, and go buy me missus a horse, or nothing like that. You don't really see that. There was another girl that I went to school with. She ended up getting married and had a kid, but she timed her pregnancy around horse riding season. So she's there timing her riding around her riding. And at one point she said, I only want one son because she didn't want to have to worry about not being able to ride a horse. And she said, if I get pregnant during this horse riding season, I'm gonna jump down a flight of stairs. So she'd rather kill her own baby than not be able to ride her own horse. So yeah, honestly, there's two tiers of crazy. There's the crazy cat lady level of crazy and a crazy horse lady crazy. The only difference is that crazy horse ladies have a slightly bit more money. That's it. Don't marry horse ladies. Unless that's like part of her job and she's well off. If you're a successful horse lady, good for you. But chances are a girl who has a horse has makes worse financial decisions than a guy with a lifted truck or a lowered Volkswagen. Neither one of them are smart. So yeah, steer clear, boys.